Hello and welcome to another great money method in Gran Turismo 7. In today's video we are going over a method that I found super easy to use and is still a buttload of fun. So if you guys do go on to enjoy this video and want to see more just like it, well, hit that subscribe button. So for today's money method we are going to be using the Mazda 3, a vehicle that was added with update 1.31 to Gran Turismo 7. So a recently newish update. So the Mazda 3 is only gonna cost you 37,000 credits, and then the next part is where it's either gonna cost you a whole lot of credits or not much at all. So this vehicle, in order to actually make it viable to use for the WTC 700 around Le Mans, we need to engine swap the vehicle, because the Mazda 3 can receive the engine swap from the Mazda 787B. Now if you are around when the engine swap glitch was out in Gran Turismo 7, you might even have the 787B engine already. But if you don't, well, you're actually gonna have to spend 1.2 million credits on the engine swap. Now I know that sounds like a lot of credits, because it is, but keep in mind that just using this event a single time earns you 825,000 credits. So by just using the event twice, well, you are gonna actually see a profit from just using this vehicle. So don't really look at it as, oh my word, it's so expensive. See it more as an investment. So once you have the Mazda 3 and you have your engine swap, so now we're going to head on over to the tuning sheet to show you how to actually set up your vehicle. Firstly, our tire compound. So we are going to begin on racing hard tires. Now you also need a secondary set of tires. Now whether you choose if those tires are going to be intermediates or racing wets, that is completely up to you. Frankly, I use intermediates only majority of the time. But in the event of you just want to be safe regardless of how severe the weather gets, well, you just need to go ahead and purchase both racing intermediates as well as your racing wet tires. So those are the tire compounds we are going to be using for this event, because there's an 85% chance of rain occurring during this event. So next up we have a fully customizable suspension. Now your suspension, your differential, your torque vectoring differential, as well as your manual adjustments, your transmission, does not affect your performance points ratings. So if you're not happy with the way I have it set up, you can go in and tailor it to your own liking. But if you just want to follow mine, it is going to be as follows. So under suspension we have body height adjustments, being 110 for both the front and the rear. Your anti-roll bars are going to be 10 for both front and rear. Your damping ratio compression is going to be 38 for both front and rear. Your damping ratio expansion is going to be 48 for both front and rear. Your natural frequency is going to be 2.95 in the front and 3.10 in the rear. Then negative camber angle is going to be 3.0 all round, so that's both the front and rear. Then your toe angle is going to be 0.10 going outward in the front and 0.20 going inward in the rear. So I did not add a differential, I did not see the need to, so we just left it standard. Then I did add, however, a torque vectoring differential. So this, the perfect setup that I found for the Mazda 3 was actually a 3565, so just ignore the 370 there. I suggest you use 3565 splits. Now when it comes to downforce, this is a big part when it comes to the adjustments of your performance points rating. So your downforce is going to be 50 in the front, 248 in the rear. Your fully customizable ECU is going to be set to 97. Now your ballast is going to be maxed out at 200 kgs with a ballast positioning of -21, and your power restrictor is going to be at 100. So you do not even need to purchase a power restrictor because we didn't even use it. Next up we have our fully customizable racing transmission being set to 250 kilometers per hour with no manual adjustments being made to it. So when it comes to the downforce, there is basically no downforce in the front and completely maxed out downforce in the rear. Now do not stress about the handling of the vehicle, it's still gonna handle incredibly well. Just give it a minute to actually get the feel of the vehicle, and you are going to be all good, because it's still insanely good around corners, even though its downforce is really all over the place. Then if we head on over to the next page, well, we're going to see that we have no turbocharger equipped, because with the vehicle already producing 669 brake horsepower, well, a turbocharger isn't really needed, so you don't even need to purchase a high RPM turbocharger for this build. Then under intake and exhaust, we can't really touch anything there, so that remains standard. Then under braking, we have racing slotted disc, we have racing brake pads, normal handbrake, and a normal brake balance. Then if we look on over to steering angle kit, we do not add anything. Then under drivetrain, we have a racing clutch and flywheel with a carbon fiber propeller shaft. Now this settings should bring it up to 700 performance points exactly. We also have stage 1, 2 and 3 weight reduction added to the vehicle. Now if your vehicle has no livery on it, you might actually find the vehicle being under 700 performance points. But if you do have a wide body and your wheels offset set to wide, well, this should bring your performance points to exactly 700 performance points. So just be on the lookout if you don't have a wide body, or if your wheels aren't set to wide, well, it will actually affect your performance points. So this is one of the things that aren't really adjustable through your tuning sheets, but can still have an overall impact on your performance points. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we are going to be using this vehicle around the WTC 700 around Le Mans. This is a 30-minute event with dynamic weather, hence why we purchased a second set of tires. Now you need to complete as many laps as possible within that 30-minute time frame, and once you do that, you will be rewarded 825,000 credits as long as you do not overtake under a yellow flag. That is the only way you can actually lose your clean race bonus. So with that information, let's just head straight on into how you actually drive this vehicle. So once you load into the event, you're going to make sure your vehicle is on fuel map level 1. Now if you have the vehicle on fuel map level 6, you can actually make it throughout the event doing a no stop method. However, since there is such a high chance of rain occurring during this event, I always suggest fuel map level 1, go as fast as possible, because this way your vehicle will be traveling well over 320 kilometers per hour and will still only need to be refueled at the end of the third lap. So yes, this vehicle has the same fuel efficiency as the vehicles you are competing against, but it can travel at such a higher speed. Now for this particular event, I like to make sure that the vehicles are able to set lap times around the 4-minute mark. And if you set a super clean lap using the Mazda 3 with the 787B swap in it, you will see yourself set a lap time of 3 minutes and 55 seconds. Even if you run into a penalty, you are still going to be setting lap times under the 4-minute mark. So that just goes to show you how fast the Mazda 3 with this engine swap actually is. Now considering the fact that even on the hardest difficulty, AI is not able to actually beat this, so it just means that even on the hardest difficulty, you are gonna have absolutely no problem when using the swap. So if you do try it out, let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you guys in the next Gran Turismo 7 video. Peace.